What's up, Pyro Nation? Arrow Pirate here, and today, as promised, we are going to be reviewing some custom minifigures. So I'm going to be showing some customs I've been working on for the past couple of years. I don't know if I showed any of these off, but if I did, then I did. If I didn't, then you're going to see new ones. So anyways, we'll pick a random minifigure, and our first one is Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, I'd been wanting to make this because of the new Avatar show that had come out, and so I had made it, and I think it turned out pretty good. So, I used the hair from the Lego Ninjago movie Nia, but it's also found in like a lot of the newer Nia minifigures. Then I got a head from, I think this was Ray, or Rose. Yeah, this was Rose Tico's head. So, Rose Tico's head, and then I got the body, arms, and legs from the Samurai X Nia from 2012, I think. I used some light Nougat hands to match with the face, and a blue flame because Azula has blue flames. So there's our first minifigure, one of many that I've been working on. Our next minifigure we'll pick is Hondo Onaka. Now, I was debating whether or not I was going to count this as a custom, since I used a part that was originally for him, but I ended up just saying, you know what, screw it, I'll count him in. So, the reason I ended up making this one is because Hondo is one of my favorite Star Wars characters, and when I bought him, unfortunately his torso cracked because dark red and brown Lego pieces are very prone to break. So, mainly the older ones. So yeah, I used a common silver helmet piece. The head comes from Hondo. The jacket, I don't remember where this comes from, but I know it comes from a set, and I'm sure it's a very easy to find piece. I used these arms from the Gundam character or whatever, from one of the Lego series. I forget which number it was. I used the legs from the Poe Dameron from Rise of Skywalker, and I just gave him a regular old blaster. Now, the next one is a package deal because we get Samus Aran twice. So, the first one is Samus in the Varia suit, and this minifigure actually cost a lot to make, mainly because I didn't have all the pieces that I needed, so I ended up having to buy them. So yeah, the helmet comes from the Galaxy Explorers, I think? Or no, Lego Galaxy Squad from the red team, and a green visor, which I forget where I got it from, but yeah, this lime green head, and it doesn't really have to be lime green, I just used a plain colored head so that it wouldn't really reflect. I used this armor piece, which has come in the newer space sets from LEGO City, some regular orange arms and hands. Underneath the armor piece, I ended up using Aran's torso from Ninjago, but it can be any piece as long as it's this darker yellow. And the orange legs I used from the Galaxy Squad as well. But I used a dark yellow piece for the whatever this area is as well, the groin, I guess. And yeah, and the reason why it's a package deal is because we also get Zero Suit Samus, and this was definitely the easier minifigure to make, because I already had a lot of the pieces lying around. So the blonde ponytail, obviously a very easy piece to find. This face that I used came from a Jurassic Jurassic World minifigure. I think it was in the $20 set of the Pterodon Chase Down. And then the torso and legs came from Aisha from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I used some silver roller skates to show off Samus's rocket boots, and a blaster for her to use. Now on to Red Hood, and this is also one of my favorites because of how simple it is, but also how effective. So this is supposed to be the version from Arkham Knight, so I used a gray hood, which I forget where I got the gray hood from, as well as a blank red face. If you want to use the other Red Hood face, you can, but I used a blank one because I didn't really have one to my availability, and I didn't have eBay at the time, so yeah. And then the arms and legs came from Spider-Man Noir. Well, not Spider-Man Noir, it was the Spider-Man stealth suit from No Way Home. Or not No Way Home, Far From Home. But you can also use the Robert Pattinson Batman suit, and I just gave him 2 little pistols. Keeping up with the DC theme, we move on to Zatana. This was also a pretty easy minifigure to make. The black hair piece is very easy to find. I used this headpiece from the classic Classic Hermione Granger minifigure. I used the torso from Pepper Potts, some regular black legs, and this magician wand, which I think came in a LEGO Friends set from many years ago, back when the series was just starting out. But yeah, there's our next minifigure. And keeping up with the superhero theme, we move on to X-23. Now, I know a lot of people have been wanting to make their own X-23 because of the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and I actually made this one, I think, a year or two earlier. Actually, I think I made this in 2021. I never showed it off. So the hair, I forget exactly where I got it from before. It was a friend set, but it can also be from Mulan in the new Disney CMF Series 3. The head also, just like Azula, came from Rose Tico. The torso I got from Magpie from the LEGO Batman movie. And these claws, if you guys want to make your own X-23 custom, actually came not from LEGO, but from this other brand. It's called Creo Cityville, I think. But they'd have these little mini packs where you could buy a duo. It would be one human and one monster, and I got a lot of monsters that had claws, so I had a couple of those claws lying around, and I was like, hey, I can use these. Anyways, on to our next minifigure. We're going to Overwatch, and we have made Gabriel Reyes. So for those of you who don't play Overwatch, this is basically Reaper before all the experiments that went down. So I used a gray ski cap, this headpiece. I don't actually remember where I got it from. I was just shopping at Bricks and Minifigs, and this was in the bucket to make your own minifigure. So I don't know where the head comes from, but I think it works pretty well for Gabriel Reyes. As well as this torso, I don't know if this was for... I think this was for the fifth brother, or it's for a Dark Trooper, I forget exactly which. And I used some gray arms and black hands, and I didn't have Reaper's guns available to me, so I just stuck with those. And sticking to Overwatch, we move on to Sigma, and I wanted to make a Sigma minifigure for a while, mainly because since I already have Reaper and Widowmaker, I've been trying to complete Talon, so Sigma was an easier custom to make. I used a slicked back black hairpiece. I used this clone face, which I think mainly came with Boba Fett back then. This blue armor piece, which came with a lot of Nexonites minifigures. Some random Stormtrooper torso. These legs came from Avengers Endgame. I used some black arms and blue hands to match with the torso. And I think the minifigure turned out pretty well. Anyways, we're on to our last three. So for all of you who watch Pantsa Hat, I made a custom of Astolfo as Robin from the two Batman videos. So the pink hair I used for Astolfo was pretty easy to find. This headpiece, I think, yeah, another Rose headpiece. Her headpiece is very useful to use. I couldn't find the original cape that came with the Robin minifigure from the LEGO Batman movie, but those are the pieces for him. And I couldn't find the torso or the cape, like I said, so I ended up getting this from a, what was it? It was LEGO Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures or something. It was a $40 set. It was the Jedi Temple Training Grounds. It was usually $40, but I got it on sale for half off, so I was like, yeah, I'll take that deal. I mean, a lot of minifigure parts, and who knows, I might use those in future customs. Next was a request from my good friend Arcadial Requiem, and he requested that I make a LEGO minifigure of N from Murder Drones, and I think this one turned out pretty well. I had to look up some other tutorials that people did to figure out the basic grasp, but I think I nailed it, so I used a gray hairpiece from Old Garmadon, and then I used a Jawa's head, which mainly I used because of the black and then the yellow eyes. This torso comes from the Penguin, and that came in I forget what year, but it was a Batman set where Penguin is piloting a rubber duck like he did in the movie where he was played by Danny DeVito. Black legs, black arms, and white hands. And then I gave him Bilbo Baggins' sword from The Hobbit, as well as some Wolverine claws, just because I was going to give him chainsaw hands, but I couldn't find the chainsaws. And then the last minifigure was one that I've been wanting to make for a while, and this is Uncle Phil from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, played by the late James Avery, may his soul rest in peace. I've been wanting to make this minifigure for so long, but from what I had seen online, someone used B.A. Baracus' head, and I didn't want to take apart my B.A. Baracus minifigure because I love the A-Team. So, yeah, I ended up using a regular headpiece with a beard, and preferably nothing on the side, because I know some people like to do double-sided headpieces, and that's just like, I don't want to have two heads. This piece I also got from Bricks and Minifigs when I got the face for Reaper, so I don't remember where I got that from, and then I just used some dark blue pants. So yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to like provide as much insight on how to make this minifigure, but if you know the pieces, then he's pretty easy to make. I mean, yeah, not too hard of pieces to find, and you don't even have to use the same sweater. I just thought it would work because Uncle Phil was a little on the heavier side, and yeah. Anyways, though, looking at all the minifigures I made, I would like your guys' opinion, and I would definitely like to know which of these was your favorite. And if you want to tell me which minifigures you'd like me to make in the future, I would definitely like to take some suggestions. But yeah, out of all of these, I'd say that my favorite, just with the way it turned out, is probably the Varia Suit Samus, because I feel like I just really nailed it on that one. As well as Red Hood, I think the simpler design just really works in the favor. As well as the X-23 minifigure I really like that I did, mainly because I was able to use the claws in such a, I guess, really good way. And I think the N minifigure is pretty fun to make, even though it was a challenge, but I still liked it. But, yeah, anyways, that was it for this video, guys. Remember to smash the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, type in the comments which one of these was your favorite, and also type in some customs that you may want me to make next if you want a full series of this. I'm definitely willing to make a series of this, and, yeah, just tell me some customs you want in the comments below. Anyways, until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't know be, but I'll see you guys there. It's probably going to be a vlog. Either way, peace out, Pair Nation. Woo!